Day 22. I'm trying to reach the rating of 2000 before the end of the year, and there is still so much rating to grind. Today we try to cross the line of 1900 Elo. Let's get it done. First game we have the black pieces against an Italian player. E4, E5. Ooh, the King's Gambit. Let's go with the counter Gambit. Here the idea is that we are giving away a pawn, but we're actually going to take another one. So now there are two weak pawns, and our role is going to be to attack this one. There we go. C4 protecting the pawn, and C6 is the move, because we want to challenge the pawn. I think we've played a radio game in this exact opening. After pawn takes, we are going to take back with the knight. Bishop E2 developing the bishop. Usually the move is D4. Now I'm asking myself, can I play bishop there, stopping the move D4? Because then that pawn, that square would be controlled like 3 times, and is just controlled twice by white. And bishop here is also stopping white from castling, so maybe bishop e2 was a mistake. D3 is attacking this pawn, but I have a question. Cannot I go with the knight there? I'm threatening this check, but I'm also threatening the knight fork. I don't see such a way to stop it, because d4 would be hanging. I'll go for it. I'll go towards f2. This is basically a fried lever, delayed fried lever, and I don't see a way to stop it. Usually the way to stop the fried lever is d4, or actually d5, because usually it's black that needs to stop it. But in this case I can just take a free pawn and that's it. Or maybe not, because this knight would be hanging. Maybe that was a mistake. Bishop just took, but now I'm very happy to slide here. I mean, we're attacking the queen and the rook at the same time, and I think we're winning a full rook. Okay, the queen is moved, but not in an aggressive square, so we'll just get rid of the rook, and then we are going to castle, maybe put a knight here, try to bring this knight back if we can, and we have officially an extra rook. Knight out. I think they want to go for long castle, but if they go for long castle, we can bring the knight attacking the rook with tempo. So I'm very happy to castle my king. The knight is attacking the bishop. Now we have a check here, a check there, and actually even a check with the queen. If I give a check there, the king will move, and then my knight doesn't have a way to go back. So maybe I just want to go with a check here. Also possible is knight there, intermezzo, attacking the queen. Okay, this is really fun. I think I'm going to play this move. Vamos! Because there is an idea. If the queen goes there, we win a queen. If the queen moves there, we play bishop there. We are making a skewer to the queen and the king. The queen has to take, and then bang. Okay, they are taking, I take, so now the bishop is not hanging, the bishop is in a very strong position, and again, the knight is ready to go back. This pawn is blocked, so the pawn cannot be pushed, the queen is blocked, and I think we are just very close to be winning. The knight is back, and we'll do the same. We also bring the knight back. Our next move is going to be knight g4, and then we have an extra rook, officially. Knight d5 is looking for the square, but I think we can simply move this rook there. Yeah, let's go. Knight back, and we save the piece. So right now we have a rook for a pawn. They go long castle. It's time to develop, to bring out all the rest of the friends here. So we go with the bishop out, attacking this knight. We are happy with any single trade. And there are different trades that we can do right now. At trading this knight, or also going there could be an idea. I think now this is the move that works. Right, there is a rook under attack, but I can give a check. And after bishop takes, I take back with the knight, attacking the rook and the queen, and this knight is even hanging. And again, if they take, I'm happy to trade, to keep trading this. Wait, does this work? No, maybe I just have to take back with the knight, with upon the knight. They took my bishop, so I take here. This is a fork. And if they take there, I'll just take back, and then the queen and the rook are still under attack. I'm winning even more material. And that's gonna be GG. There we go. Everything according to the plan. We take even the rook. They take back with the bishop, so they don't resign. I'm sliding the queen in a very powerful square. My next move is going to be a rook there. The other rook here. Ouch. The bishop is moved, and we slide the rook to the second rank. This is the most powerful square for a rook to be, because all the pawns are there, and many vulnerable squares as well. I'm going to bring the other rook. Okay, the king is joining as well, so perfect. White is trying to put all the pieces on the second rank. Now I want to sacrifice my rook and then to bring the other one over there. And GG's. Quick analysis. First of all, bishop e2 was a mistake. Here the best move is to play d4, take control over the center, because now I can block white from playing this move for a very long time. After knight g4, I was shortly worried about the move d4. But here actually there is an amazing tactic exploiting this pawn on f4. I can take, and after knight takes, it's true that this bishop is also hanging, so if I take, there could be bishop takes, but here I have queen h4. And this king is about to be mated. If g3 is played, I can simply take. I'm threatening g2. If the bishop takes here, bang. And I'm promoting. This is a check. It's just game over. New game. Let's go. e4. e5. We bring the knight out. And I will go Spanish. Let's go. d6. This is called the Sicilian Defense. I think I will keep going with my common plan in the Spanish. So to castle, to play c3, and then to play d4. Now the knight is looking at his pawn, so we first play rook e1, and then we are ready to go for the center. c3 followed by d4. Vamos. Now they could take, and we would be left with a very strong center. That's why black usually is not taking. They might go with the bishop out here, or with the bishop out there, or they could try to kick this. They took. That's wrong. Because look at this. We have a very strong center, the BBC. Bright bonds. No, whatever. So the bishop is now protecting, and now there is a very common plan in the Spanish that is to bring the knight like this, like that, and on g3. But here, in this situation, there is no pawn on c3, so we can just bring the knight in the most active square, and we can always go towards g3 if we want through this path, but maybe we don't even need to do that. Now the bishop is under attack. We could go back here or there or there. I really like to go with my bishop here. I'm already looking at my target, the king. Once you have more space in the center of the board, you can try to take even more space, for example, by playing the move e5 and to attack this pawn. Now, the knight is attacking this bishop, but I already saw this move, and I saw that the bishop could slide all the way back there. It's true that it looks a bit weird because my rook is blocked, but no problem. I can play a3, the knight will have to go back, and then maybe the queen is even joining here, and then together, threatening this mate could be so strong. c5 is attacking the center. I think it's a great moment to play a3, attacking this knight. The knight will have to move, and then we can play queen d3. Really following the plan. Now e5 is a big move. And if e5 is not possible, we can also play knight d5. The important is that we want to kick that knight. That is a great defensor of the king. Now the bishop is attacking this knight. Can we play e5? If we play e5 after pawn takes, we don't want to take back with the pawn because the queens are getting traded. That's why I play knight d5. And I want to trade this knight, yes, but like this. They are taking here, and now the only thing I don't want to do is to take with the queen, because I would lose this pawn and I could be in danger. Now after pawn takes, I'm also thinking about not even taking there, and taking first here, this, and then e5. But I think I will just take, and after this I take this and then this. Let's go. We take back, we keep everything under control, and the threat is still huge. I want to take there. Okay, this is going according to the plan. Now we take here. With a check, the bishop takes, and boom, we are attacking a bishop and threatening mate at the same time. And this is so powerful. I think they have to give up this bishop and play the move g6. g6 is played, we can win a piece, and there is one reason why they cannot resign yet, because they have some compensation against this pawn that is weak. Now they are threatening to take. I have a few ways to protect it. I could play king here, I could play rook there. I think king here is the best because I'm protecting here for real. It's good to notice that there is not this check. And yeah, the rooks are going to be traded anyway. I knew that this move was about to happen. Now, should I trade the rooks or should I wait for my opponent to trade them? I could play, for example, rook there, but then they could play the move d5, forcing my rook to move one more time. And if I go here, there is h5 and my rook is nearly running out of squares. And if I trade, I just help them push this pawn on d5, which I think is better than on d6. So probably not rook e4. Bishop here is another idea. I want to protect the rook like this. But I want to keep the bishop on this diagonal to avoid this check. So I'm going to trade. The rook is going to take back, and then I play bishop here. Now I'm controlling all these squares, and there is one square where the rook could slide in, which is here. But actually, the rook is not threatening much from there. Well, threatening to sacrifice a queen takes and then to take there. Is this good? Right, luckily they didn't do it, because I think actually it was quite strong. Now I have a few options. I could play bishop there and bishop there, trying to bring the queen in. I could also play bishop here. So they want to play maybe the move c4, but that's not a big problem. I'm going with the bishop there, and if c4, I'll just stay next to my bishop, protecting it. If they trade, I'm happy to trade. Okay, they go there, but now I think they are running out of time, because if I can trade the rooks, it should be no longer a problem for me. But if I surely think the biggest problem for me in this position is actually this knight, not the rooks. So what about bishop here, trading the knight at the next move? There could be queen check, the king moves, and then the knight could be moved one more time. Okay, but then I could bring... Knight could go towards the square, but then I could bring the rook to the party or try to trade the queens with queen there. Let's go with this. I have really few time. Let's go. Check, and now where to go? This is a tough decision. I will stay here. This seems more active. The knight could go... Ooh, there? They're threatening mate. Uh-oh. Okay. Bye, queen. Okay, we have to play this endgame where we actually have the bishop here and the rook for the queen, which is decent. Even if those pawns are dangerous. Okay, we'll try our best. Okay, this pawn is going to fall. Let's go here. That's still good. And now we bring the rook there. Absolutely. If I'm not getting mated, that's great. Yeah, I don't know how I'm not getting mated here, but we try. Boom. Controlling the square. 28 seconds. That's not enough time. But okay, maybe we are actually coming back. Check. And we go there. Oh, nice. Bishop here. I'm running out of time, but it's okay. No, we have to speed up. If the queen moves, I have mate. I'll try to win the queen, that's it. Okay, 13 seconds. No. No. Okay, but all pre-moves, we can do it. Right, I can take here. Run! Run, pawn! Run, pawn! Don't stop! 5 seconds. Bring the king. Oh my gosh. Let's go! We did it. Short and crispy. King f1 was a blunder. Was better to go with the king on h1. And here actually my opponent played amazingly. Here he was... Black was winning. But then I managed, luckily for us, to make a few mistakes. Pushing those pawns was a mistake, because now the bishop can go there. And then luckily I came back. Third game, 1900, here we come. Let's hope. Okay, we play e4, c5. We are in the Sicilian. with knight c6. Here I like to go Rossolimo. This is looking like a Spanish, what with the pawn on c5. But the ideas are similar. Okay, now that pawn is pushed. In this case, I will take like a exchange variation of the Spanish. Anyway, there are 2 pawns weak now. I'm going to castle, and I will still try to go for the center, probably with moves like c3 and d4. Let's go. This is the main idea. When the knight goes there, okay, we can play rook there, protecting. Now they're playing e5, so they want to stop the move d4, but we can actually play it no matter what. And the whole point is that here they will have still the bishop here, because we gave away a bishop in an open position, but those pawns are going to be weak. And now, for example, I think this is already losing a pawn, no? I can take here, pawn takes, I trade the queens, and I win this. And we'll do that. If they don't want to lose the pawn, they have to take here. But now I'm very happy with this position, because we have a very symmetrical one, but this pawn is going to be weak. Plus, they are behind on development. I'm going to bring the rook out with tempo. I like this. Attacking the queen. And then I'm not sure where I'm going to place this knight, because maybe the knight is best if it's going towards c4. And I love it. The knight here would be dominated. Remember, every time there is a pawn 3 squares away from the knight, in front of the knight is dominated because cannot go in any of the squares forward. That's why my knight is going here, and now the queen is moved, by the way, and I want to go towards c4. Now, can I go on c4? No. That's why we play b3, and this is going to be our next move. Vamos. And then the bishop could maybe go there attacking this pawn, and we are looking at this rook attack, maybe at this move as well. Now this pawn could be hanging, so we are attacking it a second time. It's just protected by the queen, and I'm not sure if it can be protected one more time. Okay, like this. We need to consider the rook sacrifices here, because they could be really strong. I think we will do this. Boom! The rook! The queen takes, and then we have a fork. The queen has to move here or there to keep the rook protected, and then we can take. Also, we have to consider queen there attacking the bishop. That's also an option. Because then we take, and then the queen takes here attacking our rook. Also, rook takes, queen takes, and knight here is an option, taking this pawn and threatening mate. But then the queen would go back, and everything looks protected. Honestly, I think the best way to increase the pressure is not doing anything of this. I know that this rook sacrifice looks cool, but after bing, boom, there is queen here. And I don't see a way, because after the trade, they take here, we have to move the rook, they castle, then we have to bring the knight back. And honestly, that's not such a great position. I mean, it's okay, but playable, but not so good. So I'll play queen here. I'm putting one more time pressure on this pawn, attacking it one more time. And also this pawn is now hanging. If they castle, I'm taking here. And how do they protect it? With f6? Well, no, they're just leaving the pawn, letting the pawn go. Meaning that we can now take here and be very happy with an extra, an extra pawn. We take back here with the bishop, because if not, there would have been bishop f6. Oh, so they are saying that this pawn will also be hanging. But I think if they do take that, it's going to be a huge mistake, because I have rook e1 and I'm winning the bishop behind. So, no, you can't take that pawn. And we have an extra pawn, officially. Rook there, they try to trade the rooks. Now, usually it's not going to be the first one to trade, so I will actually bring my queen back to the party, maybe protecting this pawn. So maybe queen here could be a good option. I like queen here quite a lot, because also stopping bishop from getting there. Then maybe I will play h3 at some point. Okay, I will play f3. I know that this looks risky, because there could be some tactics there, right? Right now, the tactic is not possible, and at any point, I can move my king away. I could also play the move g3 if I want. Okay, now that this pawn is here, no problem at all. That's actually quite good for us. I'll play g3. I think this is good. I want to keep going with the king on g2, and then everything is going to be actually really solid. All right, this was not fully expected. Ooh, they want to go there with the rook. I see. Well, it's not even a threat. Okay, I will play c4. If you want to slide here with the rook, you can. I'm going to trade, and it's going to be all right. My next move is really going to be king g2. Let's do this. If rook there, I take, take, take. So no problem. We always need to look at moves like pawn here, because this rook could be looking at the queen. I'm a little bit under pressure right now, but if I can remove the pressure, trade a few pieces, I will be having a winning endgame. In the meantime, let's speed up. I don't want to be in the same situation as before. The rook is moved. Their idea is clear to go there. So I think here is a great moment to trade and then to bring the rook to the party, to the d file. This pawn is protected and we have all our pieces quite active. Now f5 maybe could be a move, even if we can simply push. All right, they're moving it away. How would it be to trade the queens here? I think quite good, so we are going towards that. Now we cannot play this because the bishop would be hanging, so we have to go back. When I trade a bishop, I'm also happy with trading the bishops. Basically happy with any trade. The pawn is pushed, meaning that they want to undermine a bit the structure. I think I could trade because I'm happy with the trades. And then try to trade the... Okay, let's go for this. Let's go for the rook endgame. We take here. And now we have a check. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we go for the checkmate. We go. And also this one. What's up? If the king moves there, we are completely winning. And I think there is no other move because this cannot be played. Ouch. My pieces are so strong. And GG's. Nice. 1900 is here, but we cannot stop because after this, there are 3 more days, 3 more videos. And then I need to beat 2000. So let's go. E4, E5. Knight out. We protect this pawn. And we are in the Scotch game. I'm taking... Will they go Scotch game or Scotch Gambit? Scotch game. I'm going to play knight here, which is my favorite move against the Scotch. Attacking this pawn. Now they could take here. Yes. I take back with the pawn and now push this pawn. This is the idea. Okay. They're actually going in something that looks more like the 4 knights because they didn't push, but they wanted to protect here. I'm going to pin this knight, and now I'm attacking this pawn. So they need to protect it. With this bishop is usually how you do it. My opponent is asking, how did you really win all games played? I have told them that it's a speedrun account, and they will get all the points refunded. This is just for educational purposes. Queen here is protecting the pawn. I think I can simply... castle, and I'm ready to play the move d5. Usually you don't want to go with the queen there. Alright, the bishop is protecting this because the queen is going to be exposed. Now my opponent asked, so you are a GM? Yes. I'm not a GM. They are not so happy. I'm going to play a5 here, and I'm basically protecting this bishop, but also looking at this move. That is now possible. And I think I really want to do that. Yeah, I'm attacking the queen and the bishop behind. If they move the queen, I'm taking here. And after all the trades, maybe they are in danger. Yeah, queen here, keeping the queen over there. I think I'll trade this. Yes. And then I might be taking and taking there. What about this? I think we will do this. We take here. If the bishop takes, I'm taking this pawn. If the queen takes, we have this. Yeah, we are also threatening to trade the bishop, so that's quite good. And there is no problem with this checkmate, right? That's quite important. They wrote brilliant move. Thank you. They are actually sweet. I'm going to take here. Trading. Now we can give a check. Wait, if we give a check, then they move the king and then this pawn will be hanging. Not so easy to keep going. Okay, let's play this check anyway, and maybe I can go with the queen there. So that this pawn cannot be taken because the rook could be hanging. If they move the rook, I'm pushing this pawn. Because after this, I cannot push the pawn directly because this pawn will be hanging. But with the queen on b5, then I can play the move d5. So we go with the queen here, and we are ready to take this rook if they move this one, and ready to play the move d5 if they try to move, for example, the rook over there. Yup, that's what we do. Now we need to attack this king. So my next 2 moves would be like rook there, and rook here. 3 moves, actually. But they could go for a very simple approach. For example, rook there and rook here, trying to give mate. Or rook here, sliding in, attacking this pawn. This is smart. I will play queen here. I'm threatening this pawn at the same time and protecting this one. They're bringing the other rook, and I see they want to go there. I need to be a bit careful not to get mated. But I can simply play g6. So we will play this. I want to trade rooks, if we can, please. I'm sure they will play rook there, threatening mate. When you can threaten mate, you should do it. And g6, protecting it. There should be no problem there. Yeah, I was thinking about this move. I have to take and then maybe play rook here, then g3, or maybe just take here. No, I will go to threaten checkmate. Seems good. Ooh, and the queen is back, protecting it. Okay, let's bring the rook there. Oh, but maybe then rook f4. Uh-huh. I'm not sure. Maybe this. Oh yeah, this move. We are offering the trade of queens. My opponent wrote, I didn't see one mistake from you. I write, my time is my mistake. I think trading is best. I don't agree, honestly, because now my pawn structure is quite good, but it's okay. I'm happy if they trade. Now I'm protecting this pawn with the rook, and now attacking this rook, and I will bring the king. There we go. We bring the rook to the active file. We would like to sneak here, so we go with the rook in, and then we will bring the king. If we trade the rooks, this should be winning. With an extra pawn, usually it's winning, but we will try to win even more material. Maybe to go with the rook there, take this pawn, or go to farm those other pawns. There we go, attacking this one. And attacking this one. Yo. And let's bring the king. Bring the king. Play also this. They could trade the rooks now. Oh no, they cannot trade the rooks. What? They can just give a check. Alright, I will keep the king here. Interesting. I will push this pawn. Ooh, that's maybe a mistake. Now I'm attacking this and this falling. Yup, I don't see a way to save it. Yeah, but now I'm just going to take there. Or maybe give a check first. A check first? Nah, we'll just take here. That's alright. Matti said, I lost, but I did good, I think. You did great. Now the pawn is pushing. I'll play rook there, and then I will play b4, trading this pawn or winning that pawn. Boom. We want to trade here. We take here. And this is GG's. We'll go with the king. We'll go with the king. We'll go push. Push. Go with the king. And this is going to be slowly very nice. Boom. We give a check. We push. And we go with the king. Let's try to avoid a stalemate. We can just give mate here. There we go. GG's, Mattis, you were a great opponent. Final game for today, we are playing against a 2039. If we can beat them, we can reach 2000. That's a proof of concept. Let's go. We are in the Italian game. We play the two knights defense. They didn't go fried lever and they protected this pawn with the knight. But now I'm going to take, and after this is the Noah Gambit. Because I'm giving away my knight for a second because this is a fork and I'm winning it back. The best way to protect this fork is to play bishop here. Because after pawn takes, you keep the bishop pair. Instead like this, white has gifted me the bishop pair. I'm attacking this knight. The knight usually goes back. I go back with my queen. And we just get a very normal position. I'm going to develop my bishops like this to castle. And the only advantage I have is this pawn in the center of the board and the bishop pair, which is actually quite nice. Bishop here, protecting the pawn, ready to castle. This looks great. They are pushing this pawn, probably ready to bring the bishop out. I think it's a great moment to go castle. If the bishop goes there, we can even play the move f3, protecting this pawn, attacking the bishop, and then still ready to go with the bishop out. It's nice to see that they are lacking the light square bishop here, so even if my light squares are a bit weak, that should not be a big problem. If I can play two more moves, you're going to be bishop there and knight d4. This is one of the most annoying pin in chess. And now it's going to be even more annoying. Because this be... What? No way. I mean, I think I will show you this full force. How annoying this could be. I think I could win in a few moves. Now I'm going to take here, pawn takes, then I'm going to play this, attack the rook, and then slide with the queen here, and then give checkmate. And that could actually really happen. The big mistake of my opponent in this game was not asking, what is the idea of my opponent's moves? Because now they are realizing, they are thinking. But before they played b3 and bishop there without understanding that those moves were actually really, really sneaky. And the knight goes there at least controlling those squares. But anyway, I think I'm going to take here. Yup. And now the king is going to be in big danger. Now I play this, attacking the rook. The rook is moved, and now the knight here is controlling the square, so I don't have the mate. So maybe I can play like this move. That would be really nice. I think we go for this. Bam! Attacking the knight. If the knight moves there, I think we can just keep going with queen g5, and then we are threatening f4, which would win a full piece. There we go, queen here. We are threatening f4. If they take, we are going to play f4 anyway. We just give away a pawn. There we go. And now there are problems here. Okay, they take, we take back first here, and then we will take back also the knight. My opponent will get 2 pawns, and the king is going to be safe. But I think, like, 2 pawns are not such a big deal here. Okay, this is a smart move, because the queen is looking there, so we can't take. But maybe we can play rook f5, protecting the queen with the rook. And I think that's great. Let's go like this. We protect the queen with the rook, and then we're going to take here at the next move. And actually, this is even an improvement for us, because once we take there, the queens are also looking at each other, and when you are winning, when you have extra material, any trade is good for you, because the endgame gets easier and easier. Now, we are going to take there. Yes, sir. Let's go. The queens are ready to be traded, and once they trade, we go first intermezzo. So we are first going to take this pawn, and then we are going to take back the queen. Intermezzo can be so powerful because it can make a huge difference, actually. Imagine, after the queen takes, if we take, the pawn takes, winning this endgame is not super easy. But once we take here and not there, because the king would be attacking, would take back attacking the bishop. Once we take there, then we have actually an endgame with just a pawn for a bishop. This rook is going to slide here. So the only compensation my opponent has for the piece is just 1 pawn, which is not much. But rook is going to slide here, winning also this. And now we are trading actually even more material. And I'm doing this. And then I will go with my king maybe here. Yes. And what I want to do is to avoid the rook from getting there. Now they are giving a check, and I will go with the king here. And if they give another check, I will cover it with my bishop. Now they go there, and so I play this. So I'm protecting the pawn. Also looking at the square. This could be already game over. Well, this is already game over. Rook here attacking this pawn. If this pawn is pushed, I'm taking this one. This is short and crispy. How to crush a 2000 elo. Let's go. We take here. The rook is sliding. All the pawns are falling. Falling off the deep end. We protect the bishop, and then we are going to collect them all. And GG's! Vamos! We did it! If you enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe. Noelle has his course on sale just until tomorrow. So if you want, you can check it out. The link in the description. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. See you tomorrow for day 23 of this challenge. Ciao!